This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the PremiereTrade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap. I'm Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network. According to a survey from the International Council of Shopping Centers and UBS Securities, chain store sales for the week ended December 1st rose 3.1% from a year ago period. Over a week-over-week basis, sales dropped 2%. Oil prices rose a bit today as investors placed bets on whether OPEC oil ministers would increase production during a meeting later this week. High prices were supported by comments from Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad as he opposes a production increase by the OPEC nations, as well as Libya's oil chief, who said he does not think the cartel will raise production output. Yahoo Japan and eBay agreed to team up in online auctions, planning services for next year that will make it easier for consumers to buy things over the internet from the U.S. and Japan. The move marks a return to Japan of eBay, which pulled out of the market back in 2002. Dow Chemical will close several operations and cut about 1,000 jobs as part of its effort to improve the cost effectiveness of its global operations. Cerberus Capital Management and H&R Block announced that they terminated their agreement for Cerberus to purchase H&R Block's mortgage subsidiary, which has now stopped accepting new mortgage applications. In Forex news today, the yen rose against the dollar and euro after comments from U.S. Treasury Secretary Paulson failed to revive credit market confidence, prompting traders to sell higher-yielding assets bought with loans from Japan. The yen advanced against 15 of the 16 most actively traded currencies after equity markets in Europe and Asia fell, and U.S. stock index futures also slipped. The euro was up against the dollar and the pound after a report showed European producer price inflation accelerated in October to the fastest pace this year, stoking speculation that the European Central Bank will not be able to cut interest rates. And the Bank of Canada said it's cutting its target rate by a quarter point to 4.25%, citing inflation figures that were below expectations and downside risk to the bank's inflation projection. Officials said that global financial market difficulties related to the valuation of structured products and anticipated losses on U.S. subprime mortgages have worsened since mid-October and are expected to persist for a longer period of time. Economic reports coming out on Wednesday include third quarter productivity, the ISM non-manufacturing index, and factory orders for October. Earnings today, Nokia, the world's biggest maker of mobile phones, raised its forecast for profit margins while predicting a further decline in selling prices next year. Merck forecast higher profit for next year as it plans to boost sales of its cervical cancer vaccine and diabetes pill to offset lost revenue to cheaper generic competition. AutoZone said fiscal fourth quarter earnings rose 7% on an increase in sales, particularly of parts with high profit margins. Sanderson Farms said its fourth quarter profit more than doubled due to higher chicken prices. Scheduled earnings reports out on Wednesday include Casella Waste Systems, Neiman Marcus, Casey's General Stores, and Novell. Some of the stocks in the news today: Phillips Van Heusen's third quarter net income rose to $60.8 million, or $1.05 a share, from $50.8 million, or 89 cents a share last year. AFC Enterprises named a director, John Craner, chairman to succeed Frank Bellotti, who is retiring. Tower Semiconductors said that in an effort to increase profitability, it would cut jobs, diversify its sources of materials, as well as parts. And that is the Market Wrap. I'm Jack Lott, and this is the James Dix Financial Network.